Or if someone has a slower reaction time. Why am I comparing to my Saab? Hello? Average. Ooh. Yummy. Yeah, like, and if there's a speed run that requires reaction time, like outright, just straight up, it's a reaction time contest. Um, you're just, I mean, you're at a disadvantage. That's unfair. In that speed game. So it's, I mean, yeah. At least speedrunning is more of a level playing field than like other sports. It's less based on if you have like good genetics. But you know, it still matters. And like just other real life RNG like money. It's unfair that some people have unhackable switches, but other people do have hackable switches. Or it's unfair that someone can buy like 100 switches if they're really rich, whereas someone who's poor can barely afford the game and or a good controller. Like there's an unfair advantage right there. And it's just like, you know, if everyone was a robot who was designed exactly the same, then everything would be fair, I suppose. Maybe not even, because we'd still be like technically different robots, who are like in different places, and who knows. But then if everyone was so similar that everything's fair, what's the point? The fact that humans are so diverse is what makes us cool. So, and that was goated first try IP skip. My heart is beating so fast because this is such a really good world record pace speed run. Some people naturally just don't have nerves, or just it has less of an effect on them, so there's an unfair advantage. You could literally name stuff like this all day. I love diversity. Agreed. You don't really get nerves like everyone? You don't get nervous during runs? That's neat. But you are also running... Oh, damage list. That's fair. I mean, you also run all moons /100%, which is like... I don't know. Minor mistakes are not going to cause you big problems in those categories. Which is just something to keep in mind, I guess. You're not going to get as nervous if you have less to be nervous about. So if you're normally going to PB by like... Oh, even like greens? Yeah, that's pretty an optimized category, actually. And it's what, 3 hours? But it's Galaxy 3 hours, so it's a lot of that is cutscenes. Completely fair. My nerves more come into play. I mean, first of all, if I'm on a good pace run, I'm gonna be like butterflies in my stomach, stuff going on. And my fingers might be more jittery or something because of that. But also, what I find more affecting of my gameplay is if I make a mistake, my whole body will start getting hot, and like physically, I'm just like exerting more heat. And maybe that causes my hands to get more sweaty as well, and other stuff like that. Dang, only plus 90 frames. Well, maybe if I did Ice Dram. That's not bad though, only a second and a half off. That's pretty goated. But yeah, this 2-player board is not going to be very active. And that's just the truth of it. I got so many coins. That was awesome. But also, I don't feel like there's much of a reason not to add it. So I'm not going to put up a big argument that, oh, we need to add 2-player Darker Side and World Peace and Dark to the leaderboards. Because that's not a big issue. And nobody is, like, suffering because it's not on the boards. But also, nobody would be suffering... you know, if we did add it, that wouldn't be, like, negative to anyone, really. Just like if we added all bunnies to the CE boards, which we did. I don't know if it's still there, but, like... You're thinking coming back to speedrunning with Pokemon Violet? I played Pokemon Moon. That was just about my only Pokemon game. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'd play another one. I feel like it would be the same game. You need to dip your toes into something new. That makes sense. That's fair. And also, I was never really into Pokemon as a kid. I didn't really even know what it was very well, so... And I'm still kind of a kid, but, like, I don't really play it. Of course, if I'm out in public and I see someone with a Pokemon shirt or hat or something. Heck, Speedruns gave me a shout out to 62 viewers 4 hours ago. What the fuck? Oh, I was gonna say, if I see someone on the street wearing some, like, Pokemon merch, I'm saying, you know, that's, like, someone I would want to, you know, say, oh, that's nice, you know, I like your hat, or whatever. What the fuck? It's like how if you're, like, if you're in America and you, like, don't love the way that the government is running it, and you say, and you're like, oh, I hate America, but then whenever it's like international sports competition or something, you're like, go America, America is the best, and shit like that. Or if a European says something bad about, like, the American measurement system, I'll be like, I'll defending it and stuff, even though it's like, what's the point? You low-key want to learn a Galaxy game after Pace? The post-event speedrun itch. Yeah. That seems like a thing that a couple of people are not, I mean, thing seems like a thing that happens. And is very real. This is like the first time I've played well while talking and having like a conversation, and I think that's a gold also. it was like basically like up to chance that I got IP skip first try, but still, like, I mean, I just played well through that sand and Cap Cascade. If British people say something about America, I'm quick to remind them of the way they say Tuesday.